give it to you. He gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you. He gon' give it to you. First we gonna start, then we gonna.
What is going on, guys? My name is SOETIE. Welcome to this FIFA 18 defending tutorial. My defending is my biggest weapon every single year, as you can see by the goals conceded. Opened 40 on FUT last year, and on head-to-head even better, only opened 38 goals per match conceded. So this defending tutorial is certainly worth to watch. I'm gonna show you some pro defending techniques, and if you see a statistic like that, you might think about parking the bus or something like that. But I always defend very aggressively, as you can see, with high pressure, and I'm gonna show you how to defend like that with pressure, such that we can score a lot of goals, but also without conceding a lot of goals ourselves. So we're gonna focus on defending like a team. In the new FIFA, crosses might be better. Focus on blocking crosses. A special tutorial will be about that, defending on the wings, but also just how to defend solidly like this. Defend like a team, intercept those passes, make them believe they can pass it. So we're gonna intercept that in the end. So some techniques we saw before, some new techniques for us, which are specific for FIFA 18, because I feel dribbling and attacking on the wings are more dangerous this year. So we need to focus on that, and also through balls. Let's go! For an amazing FIFA 18 squad, link is in description for cheapest, safe coins. Perform better in the weekend league. For personal FIFA lessons with me, gameplay analysis, link is also in description. On FIFA 18 defending is less manual. Your defenders aren't gonna track the run themselves every time. And if you don't do this, you're gonna concede a lot of goals like this. I'm playing against my mate on the demo. He's Division 1 as well. And you see he isn't tracking the runs, and therefore we can score a lot of easy goals. If you just play some true passes, because the defender won't track them themselves. So what you need to do is you should need to select with the right analog stick the defender and track the run of the attacker even before the pass is given. That's very important. And we are gonna run to the top left, not just to the left, to the top left. Why? We need to block Ronaldo. We are physically in front of him. He cannot run forward anymore. We were blocking him. And you need to do that because attackers are quicker. So we don't only run to the right, we run to the bottom right here. We get in front of him, we physically block his way, and therefore he cannot even make a run anymore for the ball. So a very important thing, especially this year. It has been important every year actually, but this year even more important, is that you select the defender with the right analog stick and that you track the run. Look at this. This is what happens if you don't. You're gonna concede a lot of these opportunities. You're gonna concede a lot of goals if you don't do this. It isn't only about tracking the striker, it's also about tracking already on early midfield. For example, right here, what you need to do is you need to leave the ball. We were pressuring the ball, but we switched. We switched from pressuring the ball to tracking the run actually. And here again, we were pressuring the ball with Carvajal, but we are gonna decide to track the run below. And then we think ahead and we're gonna get the ball again. And I'm gonna show you how to think ahead in defending. I think in the last section of this tutorial, and here we can see we track the run again, and therefore we again block the dangerous attack there. Next section, guys, we're gonna talk about not giving space away, which is probably one of the most important things in defending. As you can see, we did an aggressive sliding, and because of that we can score an easy goal after with a dangerous counter attack. That's great. If you do great defending, you're gonna get easy goals. Let's check it out, guys. We don't want to give away space, so stop chasing with the midfielders all the time, guys. I notice in my personal lessons that a lot of you tend to do is just keep running back with the midfielders, and you don't need to give opponents space. Don't give them space if you don't have to. Again, a lot of people here would have kept the midfielder and keep running backwards, selected the center back, dare to be defend yourself, and just don't give them space. What should we do here? Selecting the center back will be dangerous because he's got two strikers, and if we step out with the center back, there will be a gap and the striker will run through it. So a great solution in those situations is actually selecting the fullback and going up with him to the center. And as you can see, we don't give him any space, and therefore we do not need to block the dangerous run. There is a dangerous run going on, but because we don't give him any space, he cannot give a pass anyway. So not giving space is preferred to tracking runs. If you need to track runs, that means already something has gone wrong and the player with the ball has space. Never give the player with the ball space in general. Alright, so in general, you want to apply pressure with the midfielders instead of with the center backs, because you won't leave any gaps. But as shown in the section before, that isn't always possible, so I made sure to do that section first. But if it is possible to apply pressure with midfielders, like right here, it's possible very well to apply pressure with the midfielder, so we don't select the right fullback and therefore we use the midfielder here. In general, you don't want to give away any space. If it's possible with the midfielders, like my opponent here with blue, I'm not Chelsea, he did it. Great sliding tackle from my opponent. And he did it with the midfielder. And here again, it's possible with the midfielder, and then select the midfielder to apply pressure. Next section, guys, one of the great things that separate like the great players from the average player is blocking passes. Don't simply chase the ball, think ahead. The opponent is facing down, they usually want to go to the center and to the forward direction. So a great thing is you need to think ahead and block the passes. Don't just chase the ball is going there, oh I'm gonna chase it, I'm gonna go there. That's not great pressure, guys, you won't get pressure like that. You need to think ahead, he's facing right and he wants to pass it forward. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna pass it there, and therefore we intercept it, and it actually resulted in a goal. I'm not gonna show you it because it's about defending. It would take too long for this video. And you need to think ahead. People usually want to pass it to the center. He's facing down a little, facing to the right a little. He will probably pass it there. And we anticipate that, we intercept the pass. And with defending like this, you can score a lot of easy goals, as said. And we get an easy goal again because of that. Sometimes you cannot block the pass anymore though. You can't intercept it. What you can do is you can anticipate already to who he will pass, and you can get close to him already. So even if you can't block the pass anymore, you can already get closer to who you think he will pass. Here we see some interceptions as well. We aren't really going to the ball, we are pressuring him, we anticipate that pass, we block the pass with jockey movement, which is in the next section too. And here you can see we couldn't block the pass, but we knew he was going to pass it down. So even before he passed it, we were already close. Sometimes even if you can't block the pass, you can get already close to the receiver. Here you can see we are blocking the pass. He decided not to pass in the end, and therefore we got close. We don't give away any space. You don't want to give away the player with the ball any space, because then he can give dangerous through balls and you might have to track runs. So you might think you want to approach him like this, but after this tutorial I want you to approach players like this. First get on the passing lane, he cannot pass it anywhere, and therefore we get the ball. Again, we first get on the passing lane, then we get close to him, he can't pass it anywhere, he's trapped, it's our ball. Next section, guys, jockey movement. You probably heard it before, but how to do it? Simply hold L2 or LT. And especially in situations like this, you need to expect them to cut inside. Don't just expect them to keep running. What you do is you first sprint to get close, and once close you hold L2 or LT to jockey. You first need to get close, and only then you start jockeying, because else you will be too slow. So here you can see I was blocking the pass, and now I'm gonna start using jockey movement. I don't want to get beaten, and once close, make sure to press tackle, be aggressive, get that ball back. And here you can see a very nice motion with the jockey movement. We can change direction quickly. That's a great thing about using jockey movement. Let's see that again. Just zoomed in a little, we can see that step backwards, we needed it to change direction. We use jockey movement to that. We step a little backwards to match his speed, and then we can do a nice tackle to intercept that. So a great thing about defending is you really have to use jockey movement. 9 out of 10 times you need to use it. Not like once or twice in a match, no, 9 out of 10 times. Now the most important and probably hardest thing in defending is thinking ahead. You can see I've got this player selected already. Why? Because I know he's gonna pass it up, and therefore even before he passed I already selected him, and therefore we can apply a lot of pressure because we are already sprinting to him even before that pass happened. And that's a great thing if you can defend like that, guys. We already anticipate this pass, we already selected him, we move him back, we intercept it. So there is no magic button on anyone's controller actually. I expect him to pass down here, we make the sliding, we get it. There is no magic pressure button. People who pressure are good defenders, they pressure like this, they know what you will do. And even if you can't intercept the pass like this, with De Bruyne I already moved him close. He got the ball, he had to pass it, it's our ball. So sometimes you cannot block the pass, but what you can do, anticipate to who he will pass, and you can pressure him already. The best thing is if you try to block the pass, and here you can see how quick you need to switch. He doesn't even have the ball yet. About 2 or 3 meters before the next opponent gets the ball is when you should switch. He doesn't receive the ball yet, but we did already switch, and therefore because we do quick switching we're gonna get the ball back over and over. That's my ball, and that's a great thing about defending like this, guys. Last section, especially for defending counterattacks, you need to jockey backwards here, guys. Position is more important than getting the ball back. Don't even try to get the ball back. Jockey backwards, make sure he cannot beat you. Jockey backwards, try to stay a little close to slow him down, just stay in position and slow that guy down, wait for support, and here you can see what happens if you just stay in position. We get the midfielders back, nothing is going on, we make him believe he can pass it, we intercept it, and that's the end of this tutorial actually guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. My name is SOETIE, see you next time.